Fever coach conveys frustrating challenge of Caitlin Clark injury recovery. Stephanie White shared a telling message about Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark's journey back to 100% health. While the Indiana Fever's 2025 WNBA season has now come to a close, that doesn't mean that fans are done trying to glean information on how superstar guard Caitlin Clark is progressing from the various injuries she dealt with that ultimately limited her to 13 regular season games. Perhaps the most notable of these injuries came on July 15, in the final minute of Indiana's 85-77 road victory over the Connecticut Sun. Clark, who has returned to the court less than a week prior after having missed close to 3 weeks of action, tweaked her groin after making a pass, which sparked a lot of concern from fans and some emotion from No. 22 on the bench after the tweak occurred. Clark avoided a serious injury with that groin tweak and appeared very likely to return at some point in August. However, she then suffered an ankle sprain when doing rehab drills before Indiana's August 7 game against the Phoenix Mercury. This slowed her recovery to the point where she simply ran out of time to get back into playing shape before the season ended, which resulted in her missing the rest of her team's 2025 campaign. Stephanie White speaks on Caitlin Clark's injury recovery. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White spoke with Indy stars Chloe Peterson and Brian Hanchin for an episode of Fever Insider that releases on October 22. However, Peterson published an article on October 20 that includes several compelling tidbits regarding White speaking on Clark's injury recovery. White noted that Clark still isn't back to competing in 5-on-5 games quite yet, but is competing in 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 scenarios in Indianapolis right now as she works back from her injuries. White also emphasized the fact that there's plenty of time for Clark to return to full health, so nothing is being rushed right now, and that she's building a great foundation to return while avoiding setbacks. White also said that she thinks it has been a frustrating challenge for Clark to deal with the setbacks she has experienced throughout 2025, given how competitive and high-level she is as an athlete. In terms of what Clark is doing on the court, White noted that the focus has been for her to bring the individualized movements and rhythms together that she has been rehabilitating onto the court, while remaining competitive and making basketball decisions. While slow and steady is the name of the game right now, everything White said suggests Clark's recovery is going well, despite the frustrating aspects that she alluded to.